welcome. I want to talk to you today about time and redeeming your time. I know the scripture talks about God being a redeemer of time, and I know that that has a vast meaning. What I want to hone in on today would be this: how could God individually help us redeem time? One of the ways I believe He can would be that we would become really good at managing our time, and that would help us to, yes, redeem time for His purposes. One of the things that we hear all the time, you've said it, I've said it, we've heard people say it. We've said this: I don't have enough time. I'm too busy. I can't find any extra time. Listen, being busy could stand for being under Satan's yoke. Now, if the enemy of your soul can't keep you off focus of your destiny, then his next best shot is to keep you too busy. I want to challenge us today to become time redeemers. Right now, when I'm recording this, we are still under the stay-at-home order or shelter in place, whatever you want to call it. And some of us have a whole lot more time on our hands than we normally do. Wouldn't this be a great time to learn how to manage your 1,440 minutes that you get every day? Let's talk about that together. So if you get 1,440 minutes every day, I did a little math here. If you took away approximately 10 hours, and you did the math on that, and again, this is just approximates, that would bring you down to around 840 minutes. And that I took 10 hours out there for like work and transport and whatever. If you took away another approximately 8 hours for sleeping, now I don't know how many of you actually get 8 hours, and I don't know how many of you actually need 10 hours for your transportation and your day at work, but that's why I put it that way. If we took those two lump of time away, we'd still have approximately 360 minutes left. If we took out another 2 hours for, food preparation, cooking, preparing school lunches, whatever that might be, we would still have somewhere around 240 hours, or 240 hours, 240 minutes. If you took out another 2 hours for chores, and I'm really kind of estimating on the high end here, after doing all of that at the end of the day, or somewhere in between, we should still have another 120 minutes, which equals 2 hours. Many years ago, one of my mentors sat me down and did this with me and showed me this, and it caused me to realize that I was wasting time and that I wasn't really good at managing my time, and therefore I had a lot of frustration. I spent a lot of time trying to chase the 8 ball, play catch up, and wasn't getting things done. Now we know life might throw us a curveball, and all of a sudden for a few days, a week, or whatever, things are really busy and crazy, but you also know that we can get a handle on this, and that's just what I want to, all that craziness will pass, and we'll come back into a place where we can take our days and take them and rein them in and begin to organize our days. So I really want to say number one on this is we need to learn how to work smart. For an example, if self-improvement is important to you, and that could take the direction of your prayer time, your devotion time. It could take the direction of reading a really good book, listening to some inspiration or motivational teaching. You can double up in some of these areas. For instance, on the drive to work, you can go to Automobile University. You can be a student there, and you can listen to something inspirational on your way to work, on your way home from work, whether you're in your car or on the bus or whatever. You could take that time to do that. You could also take that time to pray, to listen to your Bible. Maybe when you're getting ready for your day, you could have the Bible playing at the same time that you're getting ready. If you are a person that wants to read a book, you could choose to listen to that book, and while you are doing chores or prepping for meals or making lunches or whatever you might be doing, right there would be a good place to double up and make sure that you're getting that self-improvement, that devotion time that's so important in your life. I do have a morning schedule routine that I would love to share with you. And if that's something that you want, you can comment and I will make sure that we get that to you. However, today's freebie is going to be just kind of the notes that we have today. And there will be a link. It'll be explained as to how you get it. I'm not too sure how they're doing that, but eventually we'll have that all figured out. But we will have a freebie for you. Another thing that I do, I just get out a notebook and like this, and I'm making sure there's not like some funny kid stickers or something on here. I make a schedule. Yeah, I schedule it out. I schedule my day. Now, I will start it on a Sunday and I'll write down for ministry or work the things that I know that I need to get done this week. And then on a family and personal side, things that I need to get done. And then I can take that list and I can begin to write out my daily schedule. It might take me a little extra time on a Sunday to do it, but it's worth it. And then before I go to bed or early when I wake up, I make sure I review my schedule for the day. It gives me an idea of where I'm heading and when I have some time, some free time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, where I can use that time to plug in something else that I need to get done. So double up, that means work smart, and make a schedule. You know, back to that double up, work smart, something that my kids do because we're a homeschool family. They will say, could I have a working lunch? Meaning, can I do something for academically while I eat? Getting two things done at once. Sometimes multitasking isn't the greatest thing, but sometimes in this type of situation where you could be cleaning something, cooking something, driving somewhere, and actually having some self-growth or some devotional time, it's really worth it. That is a good time to double up. Okay, so we talked about working smart. We talked about making a schedule. Now, this next thing is really important. What actions, what things are you doing, spending time on that aren't serving you, that aren't causing growth? For me, I'm a person that has always I have needed to learn how to say no. Maybe that's you. Maybe you take on too much. What things are you having in your life, actions and things that aren't serving you, that aren't helping you grow? Now, grow might mean what? That it's taking away from your family, it's taking away from your personal growth. Maybe it's taking away from empowering you. Maybe it's taking you away from your God time. Maybe it's taking away from that life, that exercise program for life, or that new fitness plan that you've wanted to be on. Or maybe it's just pulling you away from that future that you know that you have. What are these things? I challenge you to take time right now. Do it now. Pause this if you're not watching it live. Pause it. Do it right now. What are the top 3 actions that you need to take to move the proverbial needle in the right direction, or to move you towards better choices? What are 3 things that you could do that would cause you to be more effective? And here's one more question. What are 3 things you need to get rid of? I want you to stop and think about that. And it might be 3 things. It could be 3 actions. Maybe you're saying, I really want to get time back for myself. So I need to stop. I need to say no to this and this right now. 3 words that have changed my life. And I have it right here. I'm going to read it to you. Learn to automate, so to get it done automatically so that you don't have to do it. Like maybe your Facebook posts or your social media posts can go out auto for you. Emails, I have been working for a while to find the perfect email program so that it can automate emails to make my life easier, so I have more focus, more time to focus on what I'm called to do. Automate, huge. Delegate, yes, delegate. Now, delegate might mean delegating some cleaning up stuff where you have your kids doing stuff instead of you, or saying, you know what, kiddos, you're old enough to do your own laundry. I delegate that. Maybe it is paying for somebody to come and do some house cleaning so that you're freed up. Maybe it is delegating to get somebody to come and take care of spring cleaning outside the house. I don't know what you can delegate, but if you would automate and delegate, and here's the last one. It's probably my favorite now, but it's one of the hardest for me to do, but it is one of my favorites because I see the benefits of it. Eliminate. There are things, remember I said, what 3 things must I eliminate? What 3 things aren't serving me, or actions that aren't serving me, that I should get rid of in my life? Okay, so I hope this has encouraged you, because in this time, whether you are in the shelter in place period of time or you're watching this after that's over, there's no better time than the present to invest in redeeming your day, redeeming your 1,440 minutes every day, so that you can be very successful. Now, a lot of times we have to-do lists. I am sort of showing you here something called a not to-do list. I think if we spend a little time on what I shouldn't be doing, we're going to be so much more effective with what we do. Thank you so much for being here today, and I hope that this has helped you. One of the things I did many years ago when things were crazy and I was not being a good steward of my time, I literally took my day timer or my scheduler, my calendar, whatever you want to call it, and I lifted it up to heaven and I said, God, you need to show me how to be good with my time, how to be a good time management person. Please show me how, because you've created time, so teach me. And he has, and he brought the right teachers into my life. And so all that I've learned, and that took me years to learn, I just want to give it to you so that you can learn quickly what took me a long time to learn. So thank you for tuning in today. God bless you, and see you again really soon.